Hello, my trio family. Today we're gonna talk about how to apply for jobs online in companies like Walmart, In-N-Out, or Target. And also, if you already have a job in one of these companies and you want to go a little bit beyond that, we can also teach you how to apply for jobs in the government or in the city. For example, for the city of Sacramento. So, on the first thing we're gonna focus on is gonna be a job in Walmart. So we're just gonna type Walmart jobs, and then it's gonna take us directly to this link over here on top of our screen. It doesn't matter what browser you use; it's gonna be the same. So we're just gonna press the link, and it's gonna take us to this website over here. This website is basically so we can put what kind of jobs we're looking for, or the title of the job that you might be interested in applying. So the first thing we're gonna do is all careers. Uh, then the keyboard we're just gonna type cashier, and then Sacramento, California, because that's where we are living in. If you live in Roseville, Folsom, you can put Folsom or Roseville depending on where you live. So the first thing we gonna press is gonna take us to this new website, and we're just gonna press the first link on top of our screen because that's for cashier. And then it's gonna take us to this new link over here, and this is basically to it's kind of like the link to the application. So we're just gonna press apply, and then it's gonna take us to this new link. My computer is taking a while. And then it says quick apply. Since I already made a profile, it's just gonna ask you to create a profile. It's very simple. You're just gonna have to put your email address and create a password, and that's basically it. It's actually easier than creating an Instagram account or a Facebook account. So the first thing they're gonna ask you over here is if you want to download your resume. It's really important to do it because that way they can actually look at your work history. If you don't have a lot of work history, it's okay. You can actually jump in this step, and then the following information is asking you to do is let's see. It's just gonna ask you like what country are you living in? Obviously, we're gonna put United States of America, and then your name, first name, address, all that, and then we'll see how it goes. Well, it's not gonna let you go further if you don't, complete this steps over here. So it's really important that you complete all of this. It's basically like a profile, like a portal, and then based on what you put over here, that's how your managers or employers are gonna contact you, and then they basically so you kind of have to be checking your portal very often because that way you're gonna be checking how's your application going, what's the status of your application, and they can actually send you emails through this portal to let you know when do you have your interview, if they decided you to give you an interview. And then basically this is gonna be your kind of like your Instagram page, but for like a job purpose. So this is really important to take into consideration because it's not only the application that you're gonna be making, but it's also the profile. Hello again, guys. So right now we're gonna talk about how to apply for jobs in In-N-Out. So the first thing I did, I just typed in my browser, In-N-Out jobs in Davis. So we're just gonna focus on the Davis area. So we're gonna press the first link on the top of our screen, and then it's gonna take us to this new website. It's gonna ask us to apply in ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is kind of like a it's kind of like a portal that you make with your information. It's totally confidential, and then it's just gonna help you, apply for different jobs. It can actually help you to apply for school sometimes. So let me explain you how this works. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna put your information here, your name, your location, your address and all that kind of stuff, and then you're gonna have to add your work experience if you have worked somewhere before. If you haven't, that's totally fine. They understand that most of the times they hire people with no experience, college students or high school students that they don't have a lot of experience. So it's not a whole issue if you don't have experience. If you haven't worked before or don't have experience. Education, it's just gonna ask you like, to add your the name of the high school that you attend, stuff like that, and then your resume. That's gonna be really important to have a resume because that way they can actually look what you have done before, and then leadership skills. Because when you have a resume, you can actually add, leadership skills that you have, your information as well. So, and then over here, it's just gonna ask you to add objective, add a executive summary, skills, it's kind of like extra stuff that you want to add, so they can actually look at it. And based on what you put on this profile, um, they're gonna send that to the company, and then the company is gonna decide to either provide an interview for you or not. So this is gonna be really important because it's not only gonna help you to get a job in and out, but you can actually use it for apply in other companies, like I said, like Target, Walmart, uh, Taco Bell. A lot of companies, they don't use one application only, but they use a stuff like this, like ZipRecruiter, so they can actually look at somebody's profile, or the profile to the person that they will be interested in hire. So it's really important that you have your information over here, and then add your education and your resume, because based on that, um, is how you gonna get your first job, or the job that you're gonna be interested in applying. Hello, Trio family. So the last thing we're gonna talk about today is how to apply for jobs for the city of Sacramento, jobs in the government. And then the first thing we're gonna type in our browser is gonna be Sacramento City summer jobs. And why summer jobs? Because as a college student, we don't have a lot of time to work in a full-time job, especially for the government. And then this kind of jobs or internships is gonna help us build a resume, build our experience, and also get an internship where you actually getting paid. As we can tell over here in this on this page, is offering you many options. It's up to 43 options, and some of them actually tell you how much you can earn per hour. Like for example, this one over here is between 14.5 to 19.86 per hour, and this is a summer job or an internship. These kind of internships are really well because you have the opportunity to be working with professionals that might already be working in the field that you might be interested in. So it's a really good experience. Like for example, this one over here that says that the city of Sacramento and Parks Recreation is seeking for college laborers. That means that people who might be studying, kinesiology or want to be a PE teacher, this is a really good opportunity for them to build their resume and to also make some money while they are during on the summer break. So we're gonna focus on this one, on the top one, and then it just basically, give us the option to to apply on government jobs in Glassdoor, LinkedIn, or ZipRecruiter. As you guys remember, I was talking about ZipRecruiter before. So if you already have a portal or an account on ZipRecruiter, you can just apply on ZipRecruiter, and that's basically gonna send the city of Sacramento your application. So it's really simple. But let's focus on government jobs because some people might think that government jobs is a really more secure website to apply. So we're just gonna focus on the portal right now. So let's see. So yeah, like I was saying, it's actually it's asking you to apply over here, and it's giving you a description how the job is like. It's a part-time or temporary job, like I said. Um, it's telling you when it's gonna close, and also what department is it within the Sacramento city jobs. So we're just gonna press apply over here. Let's see. And if you don't have an account, well, you're gonna have to create a portal or an account over here. Since I already have an account, so I'm just gonna put my email so I can show you guys how to how is it when you actually get into the application. Always missing the letter over here, and then let me put my password. It takes a while. Usually takes a while to get your information. So over here, it's just gonna ask you to put your work experience. It's just general, general stuff. Your education, references if you have some, attachments, resumes or stuff like that. It's just basically basic stuff that is just gonna ask you based on what you do, who are you, and then based on what you said over here, it's just gonna send the application to the city of Sacramento. So it's just basically gonna ask you to do questions over here as well in order for you to feel like you are in a good environment. So in this section over here, you can actually write questions for them. As how much do you get paid when you have more experience, or what happened if you get into an accident while you're working. So it's really good for you to use these kind of tools in order to feel confident on the job that you're applying for. So hopefully you guys gain some knowledge from this workshop. And if you guys have any more questions, make sure that you guys do an appointment with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Thank you so much.